Okay, guys, so welcome to technology. So, this is a continuation of learning JavaScript programming language. So, this is the second episode. So, today we are going to see JavaScript comments. Okay, so JavaScript comments, we are going to see what are JavaScript comments, how we it's simple concept, guys. There is nothing here. It's very simple and easy. Just we have to see them for namesake. So it is pretty similar to the Java, like how we put comments in Java. This is pretty similar to that. So here we have two types of comments in JavaScript. We have single line comments. Okay. So the comments which we put using single line. So these are single line comments. Okay. And next, for example, let's see, this is a single line comment. And next we have another one, which is, oh God, multi-line comments. So multi-line comments, it is again pretty similar to Java. So it starts with this one and it ends with this one. So these are multi-line comments. So I don't know whether we need demonstration for this or not. It's very simple and easy. So I think we don't need any demonstration for this. So let's move on to the next. So here we have little example here. So printing hello world. Okay, we put this one in comments. I think we don't need any example. Okay, so this is a comment here. Okay, and so to prevent execution, we can use this or this one. If it is whether the code is single line code or multi-line code. If it is a single line code, if we don't want to execute this one, we can prevent execution by putting these in comments. Or if we have like multi-line code, for example, let's see, we have this code which is multi-line, we have two lines here. So we just put all this code in, in comment to prevent the execution. Okay. So if you want the PDFs, which I'm just explaining right now, the PDFs that I'm explaining in right now, if you want them, you can comment down below. I'm going to share them with you guys. Okay. So yeah. So next, moving on to the next topic, JavaScript data types. So JavaScript data types, it's very important concept. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you guys. Here, each value in JavaScript program is associated with a data type. A data type specifies the type of data, number, string, boolean, double, etc. Each data type requires different amounts of memory and has specific operations which can be performed over it. The data types in JavaScript can be categorized into two types similar to Java. Okay, so here we have primitive data types. So the primitive data types provided by JavaScript language are known as JavaScript language predefined data types. So the predefined data types are known as primitive data types. So the primitive data types are also known as inbuilt data types. So they are already present, already there. Okay. So yeah. So let's see what are they. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Chill. It's very slow, going very slowly. I don't know what's going on with this. Okay. So first we have number. Okay. So the numbers are always stored in double precision 64-bit binary format. So in JavaScript, there is no separate type of integers and floating point. So there are no like separation. In Java, we have like integers and floating point. We have these two types, right? Two types. We have float, double, all that. But here we only have one thing, that is number. Okay, only number. And next we have string. String is generally made up of list of characters, essentially an array of characters. There is no separate type of characters, so there is no character. A single type of character is also known as string. So in Java, generally we have like what we have is we have character, separate data type for character, and for string we have like a class, string class. But here we have string for both character and string. Okay, so next we have boolean. Boolean is, we know, true or false. There are only two types of values in Boolean, true or false. And here we have null. This type have one value, so it's null, only one, null, null. So if we don't want to give anything, we can just specify it as null. And here we have undefined, a variable that has not been assigned a value is undefined. Okay. So if we want to give it nothing, then we give null. If we don't want to assign even like anything to it, we give undefined. So next we have symbol. Symbols return unique identifiers that can be used as property keys in objects without colliding with other keys. So I'm going to explain this while demonstrating it for you. Next, we have BigInt. So BigInt is an inbuilt object providing a way to represent whole numbers larger than. So BigInt is used to represent the whole numbers larger than 253 minus 1. Okay, so they are whole numbers larger than this value is represented by BigInt. Okay, so I'm trying to highlight, okay, but this is going everywhere in all directions. It always happens, and I really hate it when it happens. But anyways, okay, so these are the primitive data types. Okay, that means predefined or inbuilt data types in JavaScript. So they are number, string, boolean, null, undefined, symbol, and BigInt. I'm going to explain the symbol. Symbol is nothing but it returns some unique identifiers that can be used as property keys in objects. So these are like, for example, if you want to work with a specific, if you want to give an object a different symbol. I mean, for example, if you have a array or a table which you're working with. For example, if you have an array, if you want to give like different unique identifier in order to identify it, if you want to give it a different, identifier to identify it, we use symbol. Okay, it gives like unique keys, okay, which doesn't match the other key. If we see the implementation of this symbol, we will get a clear understanding and an idea of what it is and what is going on here. So next we have non-primitive data types. The data types that are derived from primitive data types are known as non-primitive data types. So these data types are derived from primitive data types. So it is also known as derived data types or the reference data types. So they are also called as derived or reference data types. Okay, so you have to remember this. In interview, you may get these questions. Okay, you have to remember these little, you know, things. Okay, so here we have object. So when it comes to non-primitive data types, we have object. It is the most important data type and forms the building blocks for the modern JavaScript. We will learn about these data types in further articles. Okay, so interesting facts about data types are, so let's see some interesting facts. They're dynamically typed. Okay, so JavaScript variables are not bound to a specific data type. Mainly, data type is stored with value, not with variable name, and is decided and checked at runtime. So they are dynamically typed. Example, let me demonstrate it in an example for you guys. So here we are not giving like a specific, type of the data here in Java. They're strongly typed. The data types, Java is a strongly typed language. That means we give it, oh my god, this is this, we specify it. We are not specifying in front of the variable. We are not specifying whether it is a number, whether it is a string, whether it is an array. We are not doing anything. We are not specifying anything, right? So that is strongly typed. Okay, so here we have let x equal to 42. I'm going to explain what let is here. Okay, it is a variable, so I'm going to explain that in the upcoming videos. So yeah, so here we are not giving anything. It is derived at the time of runtime, at the runtime. So let me explain this for you. So let me take like this JavaScript one. So let me give, like, for example, x equal to hello people. Okay, so and if I want to print console dot log of x. If I want to print it, let me print it and let me show you. I didn't give you anything. I didn't give any data type here. I didn't specify any data type. Hello people, right? It just, I didn't give it anything. It's just known to it. The compiler understands it at runtime. Okay, that is it about this. Next, oh my god, everything is a sort of object. So in JavaScript, everything is an object, like it's a sort of object, okay? So in JavaScript, functions are objects, arrays are objects, even primitive values can behave like objects. So the primitive values, temporarily when they try to access properties on them. So for example, let's go down to see an example for this. So, for example, so here we have let s. What is let here? I'm going to explain it in the upcoming videos, okay? It's nothing but a variable. So, you will understand it. Okay, so here we have let s equal to hello. So, console.s.length, console.log of s.length. So, that means it is, we are, you know, example with a number. So that means we are taking this variable and we are like, whenever what we do, like generally how we call a method, we call a method using the object, right? So here we are calling the method using s, right? S dot length. And here example with a number, so here we are calling the number, I mean the variable, using toString. That means we are making this number and we are changing, converting the data type of this number as a string. So we are calling this method using this variable, right? And again, so example with boolean. So here let y equal to true. So y dot toString, that means we converted this y, that is the boolean value, as a string, okay, using the variable itself. So internal working of primitives. So to be treated as objects, so that primitives are also treated as objects here, as we seen here. And temporary wrapper object. So let temp equal to new string of. So we created an object here. Okay. So this is like a temporary object. We created an object. So now we are printing the object. So temp dot length. So the printing the we are printing the, that means here what we're doing is we're creating an object, we are using it, and whenever we are done with it, we are, what we are doing here, temp equal to null. That means we are discarding it. So we discarded the object after using it. So yeah. So that is another point here. That the point is to explain you briefly. The point is the objects, the every, like even primitive values are treated as objects in JavaScript. Everything is an object in JavaScript. Functions, arrays, all that. So here we have nan is not equal to itself. So what is nan here? Nan stands for not a number. So NaN stands for not a number. It is used to represent a computational error. NaN is technically of type number. So for example, so what they're doing here is they're printing the type of NaN. So it's a type number. NaN is type number. So here console dot log equal NaN equal to NaN. So what you're doing here is it's a type of number, NaN means. So it's a type number, okay, but it's not a number. It's like it is used to tell us that it's not a number, but it's a type number. So what is going on here? I'm going to explain it. Okay, you will get a clear understanding as we move further. So here it is telling us false. So one NaN is not equal to another NaN. Okay, so here we given a condition. If you can see here, console.log of nan equal to nan. So no, nan is not equal to nan, right? So yeah. So next, I'm going to explain that. Okay, you're like, when you see it, when you seen it right now, you won't get a clear idea or understanding. But when we're like working with it, we will understand it more uh, very well. Okay, so here we have a symbol is never equal to another one. Okay, so yeah, as I told you, symbol returns a unique key. So here, for example, let me demonstrate it for you guys. So here, what they've done is they took two variables s1 and s2, and they created two symbols. So s1 and s2, at the end of the day, they have same values. They have abc of string form in them. But when we are trying to see here, when we are trying to see if they both are equal, it is returning false, right? So that means one symbol is not equal to the another symbol. So let me put it for you. So let me put it as, for example, x1. Okay, let me show it to you guys. Okay, so let me put it as some x1, let's say x1 equal to new symbol, not new, it's just a symbol. Okay, symbol of, let's give abc. Okay, so again let's give x2 equal to symbol of, that means we're creating a symbol. Again we're giving the same values here. Okay, there is no difference. So console.log x1 equal to x2, that means we are asking, is x1 equal to x2? So false, look at that. Okay, so that means x1 is not equal to x2. That means symbol created different unique keys for both of these variables. Okay, okay. So yeah, this is it about symbol. So next we have undefined and null. So undefined represents a variable that have been declared but not assigned. So that means we declare a variable but not, we didn't assign any value to that variable. That is undefined. So whereas null is explicit assignment representing no value. So that means in the null we say there is no value to this variable, but in undefined we say it is already declared, but we are not assigning any value. Okay, yeah, if that makes sense. So integers are floating are numbers only. So integers and floating both comes under numbers, as we know, as we just discussed. So here we have let x equal to 42. This is an integer. Let y equal to 42.5. This is a floating point, right? So if we try to print the type of the x, that means the data type of the x, and printing the data type of the y, then the output we got is number. So there is only one data type here. There is no specific data type for number, integer. There is no specific data type for integer and integer and floating point. Here in JavaScript there are different, there is only one data type, that is number. Okay, a character is also string, as we seen. So this is a string, so, and this is a character. So if we see the type of s1, it gives it as string, and the type of s2, again it gives it as a string. Okay, so next we have JavaScript primitive data types, explanation and examples. So here we have number. So the number data type represents both integer and floating point. The number data type contains both integer and floating point numbers. JavaScript does not distinguish between integers and floats. Some special numbers in JavaScript are infinity. So there are special numbers in JavaScript. They are infinity, hyphen infinity, and here we have nan. The nan denotes the computational error. Okay, so here let me demonstrate these for you guys. Okay, so let me demonstrate these examples real quick for you. Okay, let me go to the compiler. Yeah, okay, so let me remove these. Okay, so for example, let's take n1 equal to some 2. Okay, 2, semicolon is important. Okay, so console dot log of n1. So we are printing the n1 here. So now let's say n2. N2 equal to 1.3. 1.3 console dot log of n2. Okay. So n3 equal to infinity. So infinity is also a type of number, right? Infinity console, like as we all know, infinity is also a type of number. Console dot log of n3. So n4 equal to let's say hello everyone. Okay, everyone, hello everyone, nice to meet you here. Okay, so now divided by 2. Okay, so console.log. So that means console.log of n4. So that means we are giving a number, like we have to give a number in this place, but we are giving a string, which is an error. And we are dividing it by 2. So it definitely gives you an error. In which way or form it gives us an error is, look at this. Yeah, look at this. For the first one we given 2, so it gave us 2. For the second one we given 1.3, so it gave 1.3. For the third one we gave it infinity, so it gave us infinity. For the fourth one there is a clear error here. We have to divide it by a number, but we gave a string instead of a number. So it is a computational error, right? So when there is a computational error, it gives us NaN. So that is what we saw before. It is telling us it's not a number. NaN means not a number. Okay. So yeah. So next let's move to our second one, second data type, which is string. I'm trying to search for my mouse pointer. Okay. Second data type, and let me demonstrate it for you. Okay, next we have string. So, a string in JavaScript is a series of characters that are surrounded by quotes. So, there are three types of quotes in JavaScript, which are, so there are three types of quotes. Here we have double quotes, okay? Double quotes, single quotes, okay? You can use double quotes, you can use single quotes, and you can also use this one. You can embed this one. You can use this one. These are present on your computer keyboard. Okay, so what we are trying to do is we are giving us we can embed. That means for what we use this are to embed another string. Okay, so if you don't want to print that string, type that string again. If you want to embed another string, we use dollar of bracket. In dollar end of bracket we give this, we give whatever the string we want to embed into it. Here we embedded s. Okay, what we use here, I really want to give you a note, a text box. I want to give you a little note, guys. I don't know why it goes somewhere. I don't know. It's really annoying. I want to give it go away. I don't want you. Ah, okay. So let us go. Yeah. So we can embed using dollar and we can embed using dollar and the in the curly braces we have to give the name of the string. So let me demonstrate it real quick for you. Okay. So let me clear this out, or let me put all this in comments. So this is how we can easily use our comments. if we don't want a certain code. So let's take some string s1 equal to technology. Let's put it that way. Tech underscore knowledge. So I want to tell you some backstory behind this name. I really thought of different names, but finally I got a like weird idea of putting this name. So I just gave my channel. I mean, we gave our channel this name. Okay, so S1 equal to technology. So now, if you want to embed another string, okay, we can use um, dollar dollar, and we also have to use this one dollar, this symbol dollar, and the braces. Let me give s1. Okay, and yeah, that's it. So if we want to print console.log of print s1 and print s2. Okay, now I'm going to run this. Okay, so let's see what we get. So we got technology and technology. Yeah. So why we got technology here in this too? Because we are embedding it. Although we don't want to type everything from beginning. We can just use these symbols and we can embed it in our string. Okay. So next we have the boolean. The boolean type. The boolean type have okay. The boolean type have only the boolean type have only values true and false. Okay, so if we give b1 equal to true, if we print it we get true. If we give some true equal to false, if we print we get false. Okay, so next we have null. So the next data type we are going to see here is null. The special null value does not belong to uh, any default default data type. Okay, so it doesn't belong to any default data type. So generally the null value is not it doesn't belong to any data type. It forms a separate type of its own which contains only the null value. So what is undefined is whenever we don't want to give any value, we don't want to assign any value, that is undefined. When we want to, if we assign something, we can assign null. If we want to assign something, we can assign null. So here we have let age equal to null. So console.log of age, we got null as the output. Okay, it's a data type. So the null data type defines a special value that represents nothing or empty value. So it says there is nothing or empty value. So next we have undefined. A variable that has been declared but not initialized with a value is automatically assigned the undefined value. So if we define a variable, if we didn't assign any value, it just we have undefined. So here we have let a. We didn't assign any value here. So if we print it, we get undefined, right? So next we have symbol. Symbol very important, and we also demonstrated it. If you want it, I'm going to demonstrate once again, but we demonstrated it already. So symbol is generally, this is how we define symbol. This is how we give it. So we give same string values here, but if we try to see whether they are equal or not, we got false, right? So that means here symbol is used to give symbol is used to give unique keys for different variables. So these two at the end of the day, s1 have same value, s2 have same value, but we call the symbol here. That's why we got different. It gives the unique identifiers for each variable. Okay, so that we can recognize each variable differently. Okay, so next we have bigint. Bigint is a built-in object. So it's a built-in object that provides a way to represent the whole numbers that are greater than the 253. Okay, the largest number the JavaScript can reliably represent with the number primitive is 253, which is represented by the max safe integer constant. So here we have let b equal to big int of. So here we get this one. So console.log of b. So if we print it, um, the output we get is this one. Okay, so what we're trying to give here and what we got. So here the largest number that JavaScript can reliably represent with the number primitive is 253, which is represented by max safe integer constant. So if we want to assign something with 253, a primitive number primitive 253, we can just give max safe integer constant. We can just give max safe integer. Okay, if you want to, specify a variable with 253. If you want me to demonstrate it, I think I have to demonstrate it. So let me do it real quick. Okay, so let me put all these in comments. Okay, so for example, let me take b. B is a variable. So max safe max safe. What is that? It's max safe integer. Max safe integer. Okay, integer. Okay, so if I have to print console dot log, okay, b. Okay, if I print it, let's see what we get. Okay, there is an error here. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's give b equal to big int of some. Uh, you can give like 0b 1010101010 some. You can give boolean value. You can give any value here. I just gave a boolean value. Okay, so here we got the output. This is the boolean represent, like this is the number representation of this boolean value, this value. Okay, so yeah, let's move further. So here we have object. So these are non-primitive data types. So non-primitive data types are, we have object. So object, JavaScript object are fundamental data structures used to store collections of data. They consist of key value pairs. Okay, so it is similar to dictionary. Okay, in dictionary generally if we see dictionary in Python, we have this curly braces and key value pairs. It is similar to that. Okay, understanding objects is crucial as everything in JavaScript is essentially an object. So here, to create an object, we use a new object. Okay, using the object constructor syntax. Let o equal to new object using the object literal syntax, and let o equal to. So these are the both ways. Okay, two ways to create an object. You can create it either like this, let o object equal to giving a variable and assigning it to new object. Okay, or you can create it like this with curly braces. So next we have arrays. Array is a special kind of object used to store an ordered collection of values. So it is used to store ordered collection of values, which can be any data type. So let a equal to. So this is an array. So generally in other languages, okay. So you have a equal to this and a2 equal to. You can store in JavaScript, you can store any data type, you know. We can store the elements of any data type. Generally, in other languages, we use curly brace and um, we use similar kind of similar data type uh, elements. But here you can store elements of any data type. Here we used integer, that is the number. Here string, again string. I mean, here we have another object. Here we stored object in an array, and here we stored array in an array. Okay, so when the output is this one. Okay, so let me quickly demonstrate it. I don't know whether I have to demonstrate it or not, but I don't know. But yeah, let me demonstrate it for you. Anyways, so let us move further, and let me demonstrate an array for you. So let me give like an array a1 equal to 1. We can give some string, that is, let me give technology or tech. Okay, let's put tech in this tech, and let's put some object here, some value equal to some some true, anything. You can give it anything in key value pairs, or value equal to, let's put object. Okay, to avoid any kind of confusion. Okay, yeah, next we can put an array. Okay, 0 comma 1 comma 2. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So let me print this console.log of a1. Okay, so let's see what we get here. So we got the array. So the array is given here. Okay, so that is it. Or let me put it as name. Let's see what we get here. So yeah, this is what we got. I Okay, one tech, and this is the object. Object is given like this, and it is telling us there is an array, and there are three elements in that array. Okay, yeah. So that is it, guys. So that is it about data types. So I want to end it here. It's been like a very lengthy video compared to the videos I generally usually make. So thank you so much for watching till the end. And if you like the video, if you're enjoying, you can subscribe to my channel. You can like, you can comment. If you have any doubts, you can comment. I'm going to respond to your comments, and like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends. So, and lot of videos are coming up in the future. Lots of videos are coming up, so stay tuned for them. So I'm going to meet you in my next one, and thank you so much, and bye.